Good morning, my little coffee beans, and welcome to Madeline's Life Management. Today, I am going to be showing you guys my pregnancy what now. So I'm just gonna go through kind of what I've been doing after figuring out that I'm pregnant. We've known that we're pregnant for 4 or 5 days, but I feel like we've done a lot. And so I'm just gonna go through kind of my list, my own checklist that I made for myself. Earliest symptoms, it's kind of fun to document. Like, I got a nosebleed last night, and I was like, Blake, I just got a nosebleed. Is everything okay? And he said, yeah, there are reasons. A lot of pregnant women get nosebleeds because you have more blood pumping through your body, and also the hormones. It just is a little bit easier to get nosebleeds. I got Blake an air purifier for Christmas, and I always buy my Christmas presents like insanely early just because I'm a gift person, so I think it's so fun. And so he opened that one early and we have it going now just because if there's any little thing I can do, I'm gonna do it. Okay, so the next thing you do is call your doctor. This is a little different for Blake and I because we're in quarantine right now, but right after quarantine, we're gonna call and set up an appointment. And most of the time they'll see you around week 8 of pregnancy. And that actually starts the first day of your last period and not the date that you conceived. And one thing that I did to be super prepared for my doctor visit is I have a list of questions I want to ask my doctor. And the nice thing is I have Blake, so I can just ask him a bunch of these questions. And then another question that's really important to ask is, what does the hospital provide and what should we bring for labor, delivery, postpartum, all that stuff? Because I know there's like a lot of bleeding after you give birth. And so I think they provide those like mesh underwear with like huge pads, but I'm wondering if I don't want to just, I watched some people on YouTube that just got adult diapers, and I'm wondering if those will be more comfy or if I'll just leave them at home. I haven't decided yet. And then I already know the best position to sleep is on your left side. And then another thing to do is to get pregnancy apps. There are tons of free ones that are wonderful, and they show you like, your baby is the size of a poppy seed today. Your baby's the size of an apple seed. And then when they get bigger, it'll be like, your baby's the size of an avocado. So it's just and they have like milestones in the app, which is wonderful. And then I have a long list of wonderful ones that I researched that are all fabulous. The Bump is a great one. Pregnancy Trader is another great one. Sprout, Glow Nurture, Ovia, Totally Pregnant. And some of these are also communities if you want that. And then there's What to Expect, which I think I'm gonna do the What to Expect one, and maybe the Bump as well. And then I'm also like closer to labor, I'm gonna download the Full Term Contraction Timer. Another thing that Blake and I did was we went ahead and made a registry. And we did this just because it was kind of fun. But we registered on Universal Baby Registry and Amazon, and I actually found that Amazon was a lot, like there was nothing on Universal Baby Registry that I found that was better than something I could have grabbed on Amazon. And we're also gonna try to get as much stuff. I know my family has stuff in storage, and I know Blake's mom said they had a cradle, so we'll just use that instead of like a bassinet that we'll buy because I'm a planner. And so I made this like last year, and so when I was pregnant I was like, here's our list of things we should register for. And I also had these shirts. We found out we were pregnant, and I was like, oh, I have some shirts in my car for when we find out we're pregnant. And Blake's like, of course you do. Another really, really fun and exciting thing to do is decide how to tell loved ones. So obviously you guys, I've already posted the video of me telling Blake. It's the one where I play songs and he has to guess the song, and every song has the name baby. But he was so not expecting it that I end up turning to him and being like, hun, what does every single song title have in it? And then he was like, are you pregnant? I'm like, yeah. And so that was really fun. And then we told his family on Halloween, and we carved pumpkins, and his said we're pregnant, and mine was a heart that he carved with a little pumpkin inside, and we wore these shirts, and that was fun. And then we haven't yet decided on how to tell my family. Obviously, the very first thing you want to do is get on a prenatal. The main thing is to make sure your prenatal has folic acid. Okay, so the next thing is really important. That's taking a look at your lifestyle. So I obviously stopped drinking coffee in the morning and have switched for tea. I have a lot of pregnancy teas that are great for pregnancy that I drink instead. And then also I have been carrying this 32-ounce medical jug around with me every single day and drinking water all the time. Because water is so good for the baby. So I just carry that around and drink water 24/7. And then I am stretching and working out every day. So I'm stretching, and Blake during quarantine has been doing both of those with me. And then after quarantine, I'm gonna get a membership at the gym that I can just walk to here. It's like the med school gym. It's called like UNMC Healthy Living Center or something like that. And then I'm just gonna walk every day on the treadmill. And obviously I'm doing squats every day and I'm doing a lot of stretches. I'll post my stretch routine that is pretty normal, but there are also a few things I added because of pregnancy. The one kind of exercise you want to avoid is anything with abs because of the hormones and you're pregnant, they can actually, whatever this is my hand motion for what that is. And obviously make healthy food choices. I'm gonna post my what I eat in a day to kind of give you an example, but you wanna have like low mercury fish and you wanna have lots of fruits and veggies and lots of different colors. And I do have a list of things not to eat, like papaya and pineapple. And like there's some of those random things, like everyone knows, like don't eat deli meats and don't eat high mercury fish or sushi and don't eat, you know, but there are some things that I didn't know, but I've just read a lot of books on it because I've been so excited to be pregnant for so long. The next thing is to get excited, you're pregnant. Ah! And literally there's so many moments. Honestly, sometimes I have like a shooting cramp like in where my uterus is basically. And it just makes me so happy. Or like when I'm nauseous, when we were at the Hosses, I like had some pizza and then I ended up throwing it up. And I just remember like, I've never been happier throwing up in my life. Like I was so happy and I hate throwing up. And I was just like, oh my goodness, like baby's healthy. And it's that fun little reminder constantly that you're pregnant. The one thing that worries me a little bit is when the pain is like so bad that I can't get to sleep and then I want to be like, baby, you gotta get some rest. But obviously I take naps during the day sometimes, like if I'm really tired, so that hasn't been too bad. But I've just noticed like sometimes I have a really hard time getting to sleep because of certain pains. Think about documentation. So for me, I'm going to be videoing, and that's gonna be my main avenue of documentation and how I'm gonna remember my symptoms or telling Blake for the first time and stuff like that. But you can also, I saw one lady on YouTube who said, get a journal. You can also take pictures. I know a lot of people take like baby bump pictures. On here I put water, nap, reduce stress. Pretty self-explanatory. So first off, I'm just like so excited and happy. And even when I'm like cramping really bad or feel like I'm gonna puke, like how you doing? And I'm like, because I'm just so excited. It was mainly chest soreness, and I also felt really bloated and I kind of felt crampy. I was like, I'm gonna take a test just because I want to, if I am pregnant, I'm not gonna have my morning coffee. I did the one that wasn't very advanced and it said I was pregnant and I didn't believe it. I was like, no. So then I did the first response. So the whole time I was showering, I was just like, I'm pregnant. I'm gonna have a little baby. There's a little baby inside me. And I just like could not stop smiling and was freaking out. And so after I showered, I immediately put on some makeup and chose an outfit. And I did that because I wanted to tell Blake ASAP, but I also knew that I wanted to record him finding out because I want to have that forever. And already I think I've watched it like 5 zillion times. Another fun thing that I want to tell the camera is Blake has made me take another pregnancy test because he got too excited yesterday and he was worried it wasn't real.
Yeah, just in case.
Just in case. And I thought it was the sweetest thing ever. I was like, I'm not taking another pregnancy test. And then he said,
super easy.
It was. And then he was like, I'm just getting so excited. I was like, I will take as many tests as you want. And he's been seriously the best ever. Like yesterday, I wasn't feeling great. And he touched my back until I fell asleep for a nap. And then he made cordon bleu for lunch. And then he deep cleaned the entire kitchen, which was a tornado. So you've been amazing. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.